Trying to reconnect, Mayor. 3, 2, 1. Here we are.
Here we are. Whoops.
Here we are in our 2-minute warm-up. Oh, I have to log Marilyn on. I'm forgetting all this stuff. I don't know what's the matter with me.
Who are you?
I forgot to announce Stand Tall. I forgot to announce us. I don't know. But hey, we're in the 2-minute warm-up, so let's get Marilyn logged on so at least we get that
2 minutes.
done correctly.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. Okay, and there it are.
I guess they can see.
There it is.
They can see our piles on the next to the chair for our project
Hi,
tonight.
Krista. Good to see you. Thanks for sprinkling. She said, "Hey, my favorite couple." Well, that's nice.
Thank you.
So okay. Well, we're getting close, Mayor.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like it's 2-minute warning, but I don't know. Maybe I don't go on that full 2 minutes because it's almost 9 o'clock.
I know. Doesn't the time fly?
I don't know. It's like you wait, and then, oh my God, it's time, and then you get involved, and then the hour's gone. So I don't know how that works, but I'm going to keep looking at this, Mayor, because I have my own watch to know when it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, you can look.
Hey, Martha, good to see you. So, okay. Oh, all right. It's 9 o'clock.
Okay.
All right, so I hope I'm going to remember everything. Well, first, it's really weird sitting here. Marilyn's always the one sitting here, and I'm like, I have a different view sitting over here. But
Hi, Friedna.
this is pretty cool. I see the roof, and I have a nice dormer window over here. It seems kind of funny. But hey, it's 9 o'clock, and guess what? It's Marilyn and John coming to you live.
It's done by me.
Okay, start again. Hey, it's done by me, Marilyn and John, coming to you live from Magnolia Hall on the Delaware. We're up in Marilyn's sewing room, and
We've got piles.
I know
around
she'll
the
be
chair.
excited to show it to you eventually, but it's really looking cool. And anyway, so you're on the Stand Tall Crafting Group page, so thanks for joining us tonight, and Krista, thanks for inviting us along. As I say, it's always an honor and privilege to be here, and we do appreciate it, and we hope you had a chance to check out the other crafters today. Remember, it's a free page, so join it, and if you didn't check them out on the replays. That'll be great.
Hi, Dina. Thank you. It's your first time watching from Vermont.
Oh, hey, welcome from Vermont. That's awesome.
Hey, we tapped our maple tree.
Yes, we did. Our sugar maple.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Made our
welcome.
maple syrup.
Thanks for joining us. Okay, so did I say everything? I said done by me. I said the Stand Tall Crafting Group. Did I get everything?
I don't know.
Did I forget?
Did you?
And I think I got everything. So I don't know. Two times in a row. Yesterday I was with the Creative Friends Group.
Vintage.
Right?
Vintage.
Creative that group. And here I am with
Hi,
Stand
Judy.
Tall. So 2 times in a row, I'm really like a fish out of water because I really rely on Marilyn. And
It's a beautiful day outside, but unfortunately, we are trying to figure out, just like all the crafters with this big crash program we've been thrown into, trying to navigate what we're going to do. And we're not computer savvy, and hence that's where a lot of the challenges
and the stress.
So
I don't know. I guess we make our own stress.
yeah, the anxiety, and then this bird flu, and we have geese all over our yard.
Dina Marie says sorry about the sound.
Oh,
Hey, good to see you, Dina. And hey, listen, you're so complimentary to us. It's very kind of you, but all the credit goes to Marilyn. She's the creative one, not me. All the ideas and everything. I might be able to read instructions and follow along, but hey, I know she bounces ideas off of me, but regardless, she gets all the credit for all the creativity. I am not creative, but thank you for your kind words about us. We appreciate it very much, and
Yeah, and the anxiety.
we're happy watching you as well.
The anxiety with the bird flu. It's in our county. It's in our county.
Yeah, we just heard that on the news
It's
today.
in our county, and we have geese all over our lawn all the time.
Yeah, I'm
so,
always chasing the geese. But.
So we looked out there, and then it was on the news, and we're already cranked up quite a bit with all this video stuff. And
just craziness.
so that was our day. So tomorrow, hopefully, we can chill out for a few minutes.
Well, we'll see.
Hi,
At least the
Nora.
weather's nice,
Happy
and
Tuesday to you.
at least the weather was nice, and wasn't as sunny as yesterday, but it still was sunny, and I think we either got to 59 or 60 degrees, so that was a beautiful thing. And it's supposed to be a very nice day tomorrow, so that's exciting, and count our blessings that way. That's a beautiful thing. Okay, so I'm in the hot seat, Mayor.
Thanks, Nora. Yeah, so we're staying with the same theme as yesterday. I hope you enjoyed seeing that bedroom, and I hope you got the idea of what, how we would like to entertain you folks if you came to visit us. John makes a mean cup of coffee in the morning and serves it to me in bed, and he would offer that service also if you were here. But it's very disappointing that, you know, our life took this drastic turn, 5 years ago?
Well, it's coming up on.
Yeah, coming up on 5 years, so.
It's hard to believe.
We're just thrilled that we have you folks as friends, and it gives us happiness and socialization, and we're in a different position than most folks. We're just coming on here to have a nice time and get away from reality, and we hope that we provide that for you also, that you can come on and have a good time, an hour or whatever we're on, and have a nice time.
Dina says coffee in bed. That's great.
Yep,
wow.
Every morning, and when he worked, Dina, he made it and put it in an insulated cup. He warmed the cup and everything for me, so when I woke up, I had my coffee.
Mayor's got to have a cup of coffee, or it's not a good day.
Nice hot cup of coffee.
Nice hot cup of coffee. So I'm going to hold this up. Mayor says you might be able to see it properly. I don't know. Does it show that way?
Because it shows backwards, so I said if you hold the paper up and they see the back, I think they'll be able to read it.
So we have to wait for the delay.
So it says guest.
Does it show that way?
Yep, it does. And so we're sticking with Be Our Guest theme that was yesterday and again today, and I think you'll be a little surprised at the direction this is going to be.
So we have these,
push pins,
and this.
Yeah, and I don't know what gauge.
That's the first
Does it
part.
say what gauge that wire is, Jim?
I don't know. It says 16 on there, but I don't know what it means.
Yeah, that's probably 16 gauge. I don't remember. I used to know that a few years back when we made jewelry. And then you're using a board, like a soft board.
Oh yeah, so we found I guess you could use anything, but we have this board that's kind of like a cork board maybe, hey Mary?
Yeah, you could use anything. You could just use cardboard if you wanted, if you like this project. But I thought this is really fun.
So I have a feeling you kind of have some semblance of what I'm going to do. So why did I tell you I'm in the hot seat? Because I'm doing something that...
Everybody knows you were a dentist, don't they?
Well, in dental school, there was two things I disliked extremely. Root canal. I hated doing them. And I was not proficient at bending wires, so that meant I wasn't going to be an orthodontist.
Yeah,
but tonight, I'm going to bend wires, so I don't know. We'll see if I can do it or get frustrated or whatever, but we're going to give it a best shot. So bear with me, and we'll give it a chance here and see what goes on. So, and
Back
then
when John was practicing, his friend was kind enough to straighten my teeth. I had them straightened when I was young, but they didn't have you wear your retainer for the rest of your life, which you really need to do. And so my teeth had moved, and at one of the dental meetings, John's friend offered to straighten my teeth, and it was very kind. So he was the orthodontist, and then I've had issues, and another one of John's friends did the root canal for me. So it's good to have friends in high places.
exactly, because of course the first thing they taught you, or one of the first things, is if you can do no good, do no harm. So you always
tell 'em
remember
what you're
that.
doing. They're little push pins that I had. We try to use things we have, and I came up with this idea. I try not to look at Pinterest first. That sucks you in. And I like imagining things myself. And so I came up with this idea and then had to plan out how to do it. And so I scaled around at what I have here, and God knows I have so much stuff.
Now Marilyn is good visualization. She can see something where it isn't and it comes to fruition. So she would have been good at doing root canals, because you just have to visualize what that root looks like down there.
Because they're all different, right?
Yeah, but you still would have been good at it.
So he's putting the pins along the word that says guest.
Let's see what's going on here.
And if I'm missing your comments, I'm sorry, because I'm looking over at what John's doing. And we do practice. Yesterday, we made one just to see if it would work and if John understood my vision. So he's putting pins in where he thinks he needs to on some of the curves and parts of the word guest. And you could use a board and little tacks, like little nails or whatever. I just happen to have these pins. Going through all my stuff, I'm finding stuff that I didn't even know I owned. So when we were planning this out yesterday, I'm like, I think I have push pins. And I know I had push pins from when I used to do the pattern making, and you use the slopers and all these things I want to share with you when we give the tour. It'll be quite a few times to see everything that's in here and tell you. But you make these slopers, and that's what, and you make them to fit yourself. And then you can make any pattern you want to by using a sloper. There's two ways to design clothes. You can either drape them on a mannequin. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Ruth. I'm sorry if I'm missing people. But there's...
No, Mary, you got to read the comments.
Yeah. There's two ways you can make clothing, and you can drape it on a mannequin, or you can do pattern making. And I learned both techniques. In the pattern making, you have to draft it out using a sloper, which is like a poster board pattern, poster board weight pieces, and then you work from that, and you use push pins, and you pivot, right, John?
Pivot.
To move darts and move all the things that you want to. And it's really kind of fun, and I really enjoyed it because my brain works like geometry, and I could figure all that out and how to make a pattern. And I could write directions because I'm not good at reading directions, so when I sewed, I never read the directions for making clothes, and so I always knew how to do it without reading the directions, or else I would just fake it and do whatever. Right, John?
Right, Mary.
Fake it until you make it.
Fake it till you make it? Okay.
So John's going along, and after you get the pins in, you could hold it up, John, so they can see. he's putting the push pins in, and they could be thumbtacks, they could be little nails that you tacked in with a little hammer, whatever you want. You can figure this out. And John will hold it up so you can see how he decided where to put the push pins. Looks rather exciting, John.
I hope when I go to do it, I remember why they're there.
So, explain why you chose where you did to put the pins.
Well, I'm gauging where that is, where I need to bend the wire either to make a curve or to make a loop.
So he's going to take that
Which
little bit thicker
could be
wire.
right or wrong. We'll see.
And
We'll see.
the pins will help bend the wire easily. It would be hard to just use pliers and try to
Well, I guess you could if you're
bend-
really good.
bend out the word, but when I was trying to figure this out, I figured you needed to write it on a piece of paper, and then make sure you leave enough tails on both ends.
Yep.
It's always better to have too much of a tail than not enough on here, and you can always use the piece, and later I'll show you some of the things you can do with this wire, because it's really fun. And I don't know, I think I got this from this is from my jewelry making days, and I may have gotten it from one of the jewelry companies, or I may have gotten it just from the hardware store. But I think it's 16 gauge. It's a little bit thicker wire, so it's a little bit more challenging to bend. Put another pin over there if you need to hold that up there, hon. Just stick a pin under it.
Okay.
But the pins will help direct the wire. But like John said, he didn't ever want to do, they're rolling it up.
I know, because if you don't, it starts twisting.
Oh, he didn't want to do braces. He said, you know, they give you a taste of everything in dental school, and then if you want, what do you have to go further?
Well, no, they don't. You have to do it.
You have to do it.
You have to follow all these disciplines in order to graduate. So you have to, and you have to know how to do braces. You have to know how to do fillings. You have to know how to do root canals. You have to know how to do caps and bridges and
you made your own,
dentures
didn't you?
and deep cleanings. Yeah, and you had to do your own lab work. So, you know, you go to the dentist now, they can either do it in-house or they send it out and it comes back. But in dental school, you had to do everything yourself.
Hi, Candy.
You had to do oral surgery yourself. I think we had to pediatrics, working on kids. So it was all these disciplines, and it was all broken down by departments, and each department had its criteria that you needed. You had to do so many fillings, so many dentures, blah, blah, blah. And everything was a step check thing, and
oh, how's your friend doing, Candy?
there's a whole bunch of stuff you had to do before you could get your final check that it was completed. So it was 2 years of clinical dentistry, working in the dental clinic, trying to satisfy all these requirements for these departments. And of course, if you did it in 2 years, you graduated, and if you didn't, you had to keep going.
Repeat it.
No, you just had to keep going until you finished your requirements.
Oh, so John's, while he's bending that, for those that are new, at least one new people, the comments are kind of messed up today. But we live in a 1789 farmhouse. We bought, 8 years ago, John?
Mm-hmm.
8 years ago. She said her friends better, sorta, went to a nursing home. So we bought it about 8 years ago, exactly what old people shouldn't do, but it was very tempting. It had been in my family years ago, and we stumbled upon it. It's a long, involved story, and John went to see it because it was on the market, and he bought it by mistake, by accident. And I was a little horrified at first, but we're somewhat settled in, but we had a store, and John had a dental practice, and we had a house and the shore and all kinds of stuff, and we combined everything. Oh, Mona said her son's a dentist, and when he was in school, he had to collect teeth from dentists.
Yeah, I had to do that as a freshman, yes.
So we've had a lot of experiences, and I don't know how many more days that the videos will be available, but we've had a lot of fun, and a lot of things have been silly and just a hoot and a holler, and some things have been serious. I've cooked. I've made a whole turkey dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, in an hour, and made a table setting for it. I mean, we've done some pretty crazy things here, but we're here to have a good time. This is our socializing and time to make friends and enjoy ourselves, and we try to come up with some different ideas. But I hope everybody enjoyed yesterday. So far we've given a tour of the river room, I think, quite a while ago. And we gave a tour a couple months ago of one of our bathrooms, and it sounds a little crazy, but the room's a little crazy. We gave that tour, and yesterday we did a little tour of the guest room, and the reels that we posted, John made, have pictures of some of the other furnishings in that room that we didn't have the opportunity to share with you yesterday. So John's just working along and wrapping these wires along, trying to replicate the writing that I made that says guess. And so Candy always figures out what we're doing. She probably already knows. Candy's like really smart about that. For some reason she has, she can read my brain and figure out what we're making, because a lot of times we try to make it a surprise and something different. And I don't think I've seen anybody make this, but maybe they have and I haven't seen it. Oh, thanks, Cheryl. Cheryl said that John does a great job on the reels. Yeah, he has fun. He has fun doing them, and you know, we're trying to figure out now to try to save some stuff. Candy calls it twinning when she can read my brain. But this is going to be something really neat, and you've seen this idea, I think, before. Not this word, but this idea before. But we thought we would stay with the same theme. And when we practiced yesterday, we picked a shorter word, so it was a lot easier.
And easier letters.
It was a lot easier. Somebody just said hi. Dawn said hi, John and Marilyn. Hi, Dawn. John's working along. He's using 16 gauge wire, and he's got push pins in a, it's like a bulletin board almost. It was for making macrame. I don't know when and where I got it. I probably bought it with a bunch of craft stuff in some yard sale or whatever, but it was brand new in the package. And when I got this idea and I looked around, I found the board. You could use a cardboard. It's just like when I showed you weaving. We used just cardboard, because I try to make things that you don't have to buy stuff. So we did weaving just with a piece of cardboard and some yarn and stuff that I had, and it was really fun. Hi, Susan. How are you? Glad you caught us. Hi, Kathy. Yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out, but we don't know anything about that, and so we're trying to get somebody to help us, and the computer person that we know isn't familiar with Facebook, and then, whoop. Be careful you don't step on them.
All right.
And so today we have somebody that was trying to help us, but we spent most of the day and we ran into some problems. You know, nothing's easy. So anyway, and this project seemed easy when we did the practice one, but John's struggling here a little bit. But he's wrapping around, he put the push pins on the words where he wants to bend the wire. So you just imagine it's like your braces on your teeth. That's similar to the boards with nails and string we made in younger days. Yeah, I did some of those. I did some of that net string art. We did, what did I make on? I made some spider webs and... Hi, Carol Ruth, how are you? Thank you. You sprinkled, sprankled, sprunkled.
Okay.
But, yeah, I did that string art, and that was fun. I try to resurrect some old crafts that I haven't seen people do, or some different crafts. And when I take you on a journey through all my room, it'd probably take me years to show you all my different things, but I've learned a lot of crafts over my lifetime, and I'm one that I save everything, and so it's fun as I'm going through. I was saying the other day, I even found when I was in college in 1972, I think it was, I went on a fashion study tour to New York and spent a semester in New York City, having a lot of fun and seeing some really cool things. So I still have all my brochures and everything in a folder. I even have my airline tickets that I went to Virginia Tech, and I have all, we flew from Roanoke up to New York. No, I haven't tried that, Cheryl, but I have some of those, and I'm familiar with the jewelry, too, that has the hair in it. And that's usually the, what's it called, postmortem? That's usually postmortem.
What do you,
the art with
I'm
the
focused.
hair. Yeah, John's focused on that. Don't ask him any questions. I think that hair stuff is usually postmortem, although I know some people saved it out of the hairbrush and used that. That's a neat Victorian art. There's just so many fun things to do, and I did do, it was very simple. I can't reach it from where I am here, but I did do some very simple Victorian style beaded flowers the other day, and maybe down the road I'll do something more involved, but I made simple ones that I put on my pincushion. So if you go back in more recent videos, it's been within the last week, I guess. Maybe it was a week ago that I did the flowers. But I'm always trying to find something different, and I'm always open for suggestions. And we garden, and yeah, I think it's beautiful too, Cheryl. We garden and we cook, and you know, my favorite videos, which I want to save, are those zucchini videos of when we grew the abundance of zucchini. And we made the hoot and holler videos of what you do with extra zucchini. And you see John, here he is. He couldn't do this by himself because it would be, you would think the sound was gone. He gets
correct.
So into a project or something.
I can't walk and chew gum at the same time, and I can't bend wire and talk at the same time.
And if you can't do it, we can show him the one we made yesterday. There's always the backup plan. Yeah, we try some different things, and we always have a backup plan in case. Only once did I throw something away, and it was the dumbest thing. I did the quilling, which is that curling of that real narrow paper, and I'd done it a million times and taught classes in quilling and all that, and then I don't know why, it kept messing up, and I just got really frustrated that night. We used to go live every single day. Oh, Carol Ruth said those zucchini reels, those were the highlight of the summer.
Yeah, weren't they funny? That's all Marilyn thought, all that stuff.
The one day, a friend of ours stopped by. We always call them wellness checks. When people come to visit, we're like, are you on a wellness check to make sure we're okay in here? You know how they, clinically, they say that. But anyway, a friend stopped by, and John had on this Santa Claus outfit and was standing out there with a Christmas stocking with a zucchini in it. And we're like, just give us a minute, we gotta make this video. And we just wing it. They're all just wing it. You know, sometimes we actually would work it out, but it was just a wing it. And John ran across, and he was pretending he was Santa, and we had this abundance of zucchini. So we had zucchini in a Christmas stocking, and he was running to the chimney, and he said, oh, I'm going to, hi Bernice, I'm going to, I think the children want zucchinis in their stockings. You had to be there, I guess. It was pretty funny.
It's funny. They're fun. They're all funny.
He was dressed as an Easter bunny and was hiding zucchini in the woods. He pretended he was breaking in the neighbor's car to throw zucchini in. Yeah, that's a pretty name, Harley, isn't it? But, I don't know, I think we made about a dozen of them, and they're all just really funny. He ran away from home. He told me he couldn't take me anymore in the video, and he has to leave. And he had one of my vintage suitcases, and I'm like yelling, what's in your suitcase? And he wouldn't tell me, and then finally he showed me it was all zucchini in my vintage suitcase. The whole thing, it was just funny, and like I said, we're on here to have a good time, and, you know, reality sometimes isn't what we hope it to be, and, you know, as you get older, there's just a lot going on, you know, and everything's a little more challenging. Oh, yeah, and he was on the ladder in his clogs, and everybody was worried you were going to fall that day.
Yeah, and after the fact, we thought, oh, geez, somebody said, oh, I thought you were going to pull a zucchini out of there, and I should have thought to do that, but no, actually, I was cleaning out the gutter because it was clogged, and it was backing up from the split.
And then we showed you guys a long time ago our outside bathtub, and I made a spa out of it, and we made all that stuff. But I never told you that we actually acquired a second bathtub somebody gave us, and we have another garden with a bathtub in it. And they're not like as part of their garden, they're actually for bathing, and so the one is enclosed, and the other one you have to wear a bathing suit to go in because it's just in like a little hidden garden. But it's all just fun things. You know, we're always having, and we have so much fun sharing our things.
Yeah, Marilyn has all that creativity that I was saying.
How's that wire coming, John?
I don't know, Mary. It's...
I hope you can read it.
Right? Yeah, I hope you can read it too. That's what I said.
Or we'll have to go to the one.
I wasn't an orthodontist.
We'll have to go to the one we made yesterday
You
and
might.
say, oh yeah, it didn't
might.
say guest, it said something else.
Yes.
Yeah, Candy said she thought for sure you were going to pull a zucchini out.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why I didn't think of that. That was a good idea.
And John has built so many fun things. We're big on trash picking, and so we used to be able to walk when my breathing was better. Carol Rose said she takes baths in the garden. She has outside bath. That's fun. You can put flowers in there and all. It's like things you wouldn't do inside. I was just going to say something. When we used to walk, I'm sure all the people in the neighborhood talked about us because trash night was my favorite. We would find all kinds of treasures and be lugging them home, or else we'd have to rush back and get the car. We'd almost be running home to rush back and get the car to go pick up the stuff. So we've saved so many fences from going into landfill. Oh, you're doing good, John. that G, let me see something here for a second. This is like, what was it, Cousin It, when the hand just appeared. I think the G, if you twist it, you know what I mean, go like this and twist the whole thing, you'll get this tighter.
That's what I'm trying to do, get everything tighter now.
Here, give me the, I am over here, and if we get this to a certain point, then
Marilyn's good at everything.
I'm gonna finish it up. I'm not good at everything, I just try. I had a dad that was so talented.
Yeah, I never got a chance to meet him.
Oh, that actually here, it's just tightening up like the U on the top here.
Yeah, Mary, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
I'm trying
the
to
G
like,
looks okay now. Show them it backwards, and then you have to tighten. I'll show him where you're going to tighten it up. He's got to tighten up, like show him where you have to tighten it up, like all the places, like the T needs to be tightened. Like every place that's got to be on top of each other, he's got to squeeze it together now at that point. So it's a little finessing on that.
Yeah, because the wire, you know, I guess so many curves, it's harder to bend around the
Pins.
those pins.
Yeah, and the wire is a thicker wire, so it's a little bit more challenging. A lot of times when Cheryl said it looks good, it'll look good, it looks good, said, let me see here, Dina. Yeah, Chris just says you call it dumpster diving. But I just figure a lot of people leave treasures on the curb for us to find. But we have a really cute little potting shed. When we had somebody build it for us, it looked like an outhouse. That's what we wanted, but we use it for a potting shed. And then John's built all kinds of trays and all kinds of things. I'm trying to think. You made a skeleton, a big skeleton, dangly skeleton that's like 6 foot tall out of the old fence. And he's made boxes and drawers that look like from sewing machines. And Carol Ruth said, call it refuse rescuing. But it's just really fun to take things that are nothing. And it's not that we would have to buy craft supplies, because I could sink a ship with what I have. And, you know, when you get the tour, you will be shocked that one person has this much. But I started taking fine art lessons when I was about 7 or 8. And I've been into crafts since I was about 5 years old. And I've kept everything just about, well, some things that I made I sold, but, oh, and she said Crafty Edge calls it sassy diving. But, and when we go to the flea market, we get a lot of cool stuff. Candy said I have a little wire bent pin that was my grandmother's that says mother. I have it hanging near her picture. Oh yeah, I forgot about them. And it used to be you could buy the Woolworths, that somebody would be able to bend wire and make your name. And I don't remember. They must have had like some form or something they bent that on. They also made, which people don't remember, Carol calls it a junker necking. Yeah. The first time I had John stop to get something, he was horrified because we were in, at that time, it was one of the highest crime cities in the United States. And it was a very depressed area. And there was a person that lived on the street was pushing a shopping cart. And it had the wicker base to a table. And he ditched it at a dumpster. And I said to John, turn around and go back. We're on this major highway. And John was horrified. And we went back, we got it, and as we're walking back to the car, it was dark. I stepped on something. I'm like, oh my goodness, here's the tempered glass for the top of the table. And we brought the table home, and the next day John was at work, but I spray painted it black, and I found 2 wicker chairs that I just happened to have in my stash, and I sprayed them black to go with it. And I made cushions for the chairs, and by the time John came home, I had it all ready to go to our store that we had.
It looked amazing.
And it sold. It sold within 24 hours of being in the store. So the tea squeezed the teas together. See, like on here, that should be not a loop. It should be squeezed tight.
I'm trying.
Okay.
Once you squeeze it, the wire twists.
Do you want to cut the wire?
No, don't cut the
Okay.
wire.
I'm good at telling John what to do.
So, hey, I mean, we don't normally say too much about promoting ourselves, I guess, but while I'm thinking about it, we finally got Telegram set up, so if you want to be notified when we're going to go live, wherever we're going, there's a link. I posted it a few days ago. You should be able to find it if you go back and look for it, and you can do that.
We're going to have some little small videos that will notify you kind of close to when we're going on. And we have kind of a fun name. Should I tell them the name now or wait?
That's you like surprises. That's up to you.
You guys are on here, so let me tell you what they're going to be. They're going to be called Snips and Snails and Puppy Dogs Tales. But Tales will be Tales because everybody likes the story. So that's what we're going to have. Little Snips and Snails and Puppy Dogs Tales. And hi, Linda Farmer. And we'll have a lot of short things where we're just showing you something like last minute. So the link is on our Facebook page for you to get on Telegram. We can't put you on there. You have to put yourself. So you have to go to that. Just click on that link and it'll take you and it'll prompt you what you need to do. And you'll get a notification, which is nice. And also, even though we post it, it's nice to have the notifications sometimes come in close to when we're coming on, and then you get, if you make it make the bing sound, which mine does, it's nice. And then I'm like, oh geez, I forgot they're going on. I tell John I gotta go do something, and then I go and watch the video, watch whoever I want to watch. Right, John?
Yeah.
I have to take care of something very important up in my sewing room. And this house is so large, it's easy to lose people.
Very.
So John's got
So and then the other thing is,
I might not get to my part today.
hey, if you're not following us, please follow us. We'd appreciate it. It's always a pleasure. And hey, we're trying to work on getting some stuff to YouTube, so we'll see. That's a work in progress, but we'll let you know what transpires with that.
So has anybody figured out what it is that John's making?
Big mess.
Anybody want to make any guesses? But we're trying to get out there, and we're not business people. This isn't, even though it's a business page, we're not monetized or anything. Like I said, we're just coming on for a good time. And we've made so many great friends, and there are more great friends to make, and we don't want to lose anybody. So that's what we're trying to cover all our bases. So John's just working away. I'm glad that's not my mouth that you're trying to put that wire in, John.
Yeah, me too.
And Dina said a sign for a guest room door. That's close. Yeah, 2 days in a row. And Linda said a necklace. The guest room door is close, but not exactly. When you see it, then you'll say, oh, that's right. You can go back and fix it if you have to after you finish it. Because you have 18 minutes.
I don't know, like...
What? What's the matter?
It is challenging.
Let me see it. And like I said, we made one too. So if he, oh no, it looks good. Just hand it to me.
It doesn't look good to me.
Do you have bigger pliers or those are on the pliers you have? Okay, let me see here. Hand me your words. I think it looks pretty good. I can easily read it. I think it looks good. I would just,
Looks hairy to me. But hey,
yeah,
you're
that's
giving
good,
it a shot.
That's good. So go on to your next step of what you need to do. So once you see the next step, you'll see what he's going to do.
Well, I was going to just finesse the U a little bit.
But I had to look down now. I lost. Oh man, Susan, I missed. You broke a bone? That's scary. I missed seeing that. I just saw. Yeah, when you get older, you know, when you're young, everybody jokes and says, don't break a hip. But as you get older, you come to the realization that that's...
that you don't want to do that, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's nothing to joke about.
I remember one time a patient came in and it's just, I guess that's why they say accidents. Here she broke both her ankles at the same time. She was only going from her, I don't know, laundry room to her garage, and it was only one step or two steps, and it was just a quick mishap, and she fell and broke both her ankles.
Okay, John, do you want to show him?
Okay,
where this is going?
All right, well, here, I'll show you this.
Show it backwards.
Show backwards?
Yeah, because they'll be able to read it then. Looks pretty good for a complicated word. When we practiced, we did a short word, and we'll show you that.
So hopefully you can see it says guest.
Yeah, it looks good. You can read it.
And we're going to suspend it in here.
So I don't know whether you've seen the hangers that people have that say bride, and they hang something for their wedding on there. Yeah, Susan, it used to be funny. I'm falling and I can't get up, and that was like a joke until you get older, and then it's not a joke. And sometimes I squat down, and then John says, are you going to need my help to get up? And I'm like, are you kidding? And then I'm like, yeah, I need your help. It's not funny. Bruce said, good job, John.
Well, thanks. Doesn't feel like a good job, but hey, it reminds me of my orthodontic days.
So then once he gets it in here, he'll show you how he's going to put it on the hanger, and then I will decorate the hanger. These are some old hangers, wooden hangers. They still make them now, but we got these actually on one of our rides through town. Somebody had kindly put them on top of their trash can for us to gather. So it's funny because now the words aren't showing up. Whoop. For some reason, okay, now they came back. Yeah, and I'm always worried I'm going to slip in the shower. That's a scary thing, particularly if you have the glass doors. So what John's doing now is marking on the hanger where he's going to attach the wire. But these are old wooden ones that we got from the trash, and that's where I got the idea that we could use these. I was trying to think what I wanted to do with them. And I came up with this idea. But you see that they make the hangers, if you go to a wedding shop, they make the beautiful hangers with the word bride. And you could use a plastic hanger, like one of those white plastic hangers, if you wanted to make a bride one and wanted to have nice and new, because you wouldn't want to hang a wedding gown or something precious on an old hanger. And we thought this would be cool, though. And then John will show you the one that we made yesterday. So he drilled a hole to run the wire through. If you want to hold that up, John, so they can see it. Don't bend it until you make sure you put both wires in and then center it.
Yep.
I always have these projects in my mind, and then John has to execute them. So he made some great things. So if you remember, he made that, well, now you made that carrier for eggs last Easter, I think, and then I painted it, and he made a Coke crate and a simulated Coke crate, and I painted that and stenciled on it. So it's fun because we've tried to work together on a lot of the projects. He took balusters and made some cool candlesticks with it. So now he's just figuring out how he wants the wire to go so the words will be straight across on here, and he'll drill the other hole. And that's one thing he's good at using, that drill, right, John?
Well, I've definitely had a lot of practice with that.
Lots of practice. And his hearing is bad in one ear because of it.
I think both ears.
Both ears? From the high-pitched
Well, I
drill.
guess this ear was closest to the drill working, but
You know,
I'm sure they both took a toll.
You know, when you go in there and you hear that noise, somebody that I worked with, one of the bus drivers at my school that I was friendly with, she told me this story that her sister hated to go to the dentist. And her sister went and she checked in, and she was sitting in the chair waiting for her turn. And she could hear that drill in the back room, so she went and told the receptionist, "Oh, I got to put money in my meter," and she went home. And I always think of that story, how...
Yeah, well, I understand. I used to have a patient that was the same thing. She was so scared of coming. I mean, once she got there, she did pretty well, but just thinking about coming, and she'd be driving to the office, and then, like, nope, can't do it. She'd turn around and go home and call us and say, "Sorry, I can't come."
Yeah, I'm going to put the hanger. I thought it would look neat. I'm going to decorate it. I brought up, if you see stuff on the floor next to John.
I don't know, Mayor. We're running out of time.
Okay, well, if I don't get it done today, I'll do snips and snails and puppy dog's tails. And finish it
What
up
do we have, like 8
tomorrow.
minutes or something?
Yeah, we'll see how far you get. I can always do it tomorrow. So John just drilled those holes. You never know how long a project's going to take. But if we won't...
Especially if you're bending wire.
Yeah. And you didn't want to be an orthodontist.
Right.
Yeah, Dina said she'll be going, I think it's Deanna maybe, or Dina, I don't know how you say it. She'll be going Thursday, and she'll be hearing that drill.
Yeah. It's definitely unnerving. Then I invested in an electric drill, which it doesn't make the same noise. It makes some noise, but not like that high-pitched whine noise.
Yeah, and then one of our neighbors where I grew up was a dentist, and he had been long retired and moved out of that house. But they said that it still had that, you know, it was old school from like the 40s or something. He still had all that the drill, the equipment was in the basement for the drill. John's in his own world.
The what? Oh, the compressor probably.
Yeah, John's in his own world. You see, and all the belts and stuff coming up through the floor, and they saved that. They thought that was neat. Remember on the corner there, that house?
Oh yeah.
It was my friend's grandfather. My best friend's grandfather.
So then I measured. That's what I did.
Yeah. So the good thing about this board, it has measure on it, and also on our green board.
Oh yeah.
You finished with that wire? Yeah. But you could try it with a thinner wire, you know, if you wanted to make a necklace. So there are little boards that have pins that fit into it, commercially made, but if you plan on doing it a few times, it might be worth getting that board, and it would be for smaller words and smaller wire and all that, which I think I have one of those boards and I never used it. When we were looking, I think we found that, didn't we?
We did find a smaller board, yes.
Yeah. We didn't bring that in, though.
We did not. So now, on this side, I cut off the excess, and then I'm going to twist it down against the hanger.
Yeah, so now move it over more, hon, so you can see the words. You can't see it. Hold it up again, and you can see we can only see part of the words. Center yourself in front of the camera. How would John know what to do if I didn't tell him?
I don't know.
I feel like such a bossy person.
Well, I can't think of the way that Marilyn thinks about it.
He always tells me to tell him what to do, and then I feel badly when I'm telling him. It sounds so bossy.
No, that's what I need. That's like Marilyn says, oh, she hates instructions and she doesn't want to read them and all that, but...
Oh.
That was close.
Yeah, that just took out a little robin that was out in the backyard.
But I was trained with instructions. If you didn't follow the instructions with your dental materials, they didn't work right. So you had to be exact. So that's what I'm used to.
And I don't like to read instructions. My dad would always say they're only there to confuse you.
I think sometimes they can be confusing. But, I mean, when it came to dental materials, if you didn't follow the instructions, you weren't going to have success.
I took a course in logic, and it was really kind of interesting, and it was like how you get from A to F, you know, your path, figuring it out logically. And everybody took one path except for me, and my instructor said, you're the only person I saw that takes a different path every time, but always gets the job done.
Gets to where you got to go.
Yeah, my brain worked so differently from everybody's.
Okay, well, do I leave it so it's backwards, or do I turn it around?
See it.
Look
and
on
then,
your thing.
Yeah, and then you want to flatten this out. Remember, we pushed that down onto the hanger flat. I just use my thumb and either push it forward or push it back, whatever. Do the same on both sides. See, this is his instructions. I just tell him what to do. So he's pushing it back, and then you can hold them up and hold it up, and they can see what to do. If you used a plastic wire, or a plastic coat hanger, you can just wrap the wire on there, onto the hanger, and on. You wouldn't have to. Just give it a minute so I can see. You want to have it centered in the front there. I don't know whether you can see that or not.
It's hard to tell.
There's a delay, so it's hard. Everybody's sending you hearts, John.
Thanks for the hearts, guys.
So, I won't be able to decorate this, so I'll come on and do Snips and Snails and Puppy Dog's tails. but John, do you want to show them the one that we did? It's right there.
Oh. So this is our practice one from yesterday, but look, that was really easy.
We picked an easy word, and I wanted them to do me and you because my initials are ME, and we have done by me. But I wanted to do a you. We do everything me and you, but that's the one that we did.
So there we go.
And
so
I have
we have a me and we have a guest.
I have all kinds on the floor here, all kinds of decorations. So
yeah, so that'll be that. So
I'll come
Marilyn
on
can come
tomorrow.
back and
Yeah,
decorate it. That'll be fun.
Yeah,
Because it'll
and
be too rushed now.
yeah, you want to sign up for Telegram, and then it costs you nothing, and it's you just follow the link.
Well, it's $9.59.
Yeah, you follow the link. Here, you can take the phone now. Follow the link on there. If you have a question, just send me a note, and I'll tell you. But we can't put you on there. You have to put yourself. So you just click on the link, and it's, I think, pretty easy to put yourself on Telegram. And then you get a notification when we're going to go live.
So, hey, thanks very much. Krista, thanks for inviting us along again. It's a privilege and honor to be here. And thanks for joining us in the Stand Tall Crafting Group. It was Crafter's Choice. I failed to mention that. Thanks for all your hearts. And if you didn't get a chance to check out the other crafters, go back and check them out on the replays. I'm sure Krista wouldn't be happy about that, as I'm sure as everybody else would as well. And we appreciate you being here tonight with us. And thanks for your time and your support. So
Yeah,
there we
if
go.
you're
It's
not
10 o'clock.
following us, we would love for you to follow, and John will hold up. That's
It's 10
the one
o'clock, and it's time to
that was our
go.
practice yesterday, and it says me.
So, all right. There we go. So, Marilyn will let you know when she's going to come back and decorate that. All right. So, thanks again, and good night, everybody. Take care.
Good night.